Question for you. Are you tired yet? Are you tired of being played? I am. I've been tired of being played. And what we have going on, not just in the United States, but in the world, is an uprising of people that are sick and tired of being played. What's happening right now in the US, beginning with this massive scam that's being uncovered in Minnesota, is just the beginning of the lifting of the skirt of Mystery Babylon the Great. There's a verse in the description of Mystery Babylon the Great. You can find them in the book of Revelation, particularly chapters 17 through 19, in the book of Zechariah, in the book of Jeremiah, in the book of Isaiah. Descriptions of this mystery end times empire that in the book of Zechariah is called wickedness. Wickedness personified in a female character known as Mystery Babylon the Great. And it's prophesied that before this wickedness is destroyed, she will disclose her blood. It will be revealed the depths of her wicked doings and activities in the world. Mystery Babylon the Great has been a very, very busy bad lady. And her filthy skirt is being lifted up, and she's being exposed for the vile, evil, wicked skag that she is. And that's what's happening right now before our eyes. But not just in the US. With all her tentacles and all the kingdoms of the world that have committed adultery with her. And that's why the rest of the world is freaking out right now. The rest of the world is freaking out. There's a lot of people panicking right now. And I've said this before in other videos. I've talked about how ever since I've been aware of political things like voting and elections, and I think I remember the very first election that I was old enough to vote for was Dukakis and George Bush Sr. And I voted back then. I didn't know anything about politics, and I voted for Dukakis. He lost, but since then, and all my life, the general consensus, the general impression was that elections are rigged. There's really no point in voting. The system is the system, and it's just how it is. And I never even imagined it was always like, you can't do anything about it. It's just the way it is. It's never going to change. And now It's all crumbling. And the mechanism, the dirty, filthy, stinking mechanism is being exposed. That's what's happening. And the Bible describes it as the lifting up of the skirt of Mystery Babylon to expose all her filthiness, to expose her filthy, vile nakedness, the nakedness of the polluted, vile woman known as Mystery Babylon the Great, that caused all the nations of the world to commit fornication and polluted all the nations of the world through her fornication, political fornication. And I was very surprised to see some of the names of politicians, congressmen, that are being exposed for being on the take and receiving blood money and drug money from the Venezuelan totalitarian communist dictatorship down there. And this explains a lot. This explains why these people are in a panic. They're being exposed. It's coming out. These filthy, lying, stinking hypocrites that deliberately chose to make a deal with the devil is what it boils down to. And it's going to be coming out. All the mechanics of the voter fraud and the theft of the 2020 election, all this stuff is coming out. And this business that's going on in Minnesota, that's just the tip. That's just the tip of the massive iceberg of total fraud, theft, gaslighting, lies, rape, and pillaging, the pilfering of us, we the people of the United States that work so hard just to survive, not even thrive, just to stay one step ahead, just to live another week, another day, just to have a roof over our heads. We have to pray to God. God, please let my car continue to run. Please, God, somehow let me pay my rent. And I don't know how many people have given up on praying and they lost everything and they're homeless. How many people have ended their lives already because they've run out of options. They hit the wall and they gave up. How many families, good, loving couples with kids, how many of them were destroyed because of the pressure, because of the anxiety and the arguments, and they're scattered, dispersed. You know, last night I did this little calculation thing, and I figured, okay, let's just figure $6 billion in fraud. And they suspect that it could be up to $20 billion. But let's just figure $6 billion in fraud in that one state alone, in Minnesota. And I did a little AI search, and how many people in the state of Minnesota are disabled and in wheelchairs? About 2% of the population. So it came out, after I did all my figuring, that you could supply every single person, every single adult in a wheelchair in the state of Minnesota with a brand new minivan with a lift van for a wheelchair. You can purchase a brand new lift minivan for every disabled adult in the state of Minnesota, and still have over half of that money left. And that particularly upsets me because I have, my youngest son is disabled. He's in a wheelchair, and we've tried to acquire for him a minivan with a lift, and we have not been able to get that. And it's really hard, and he has to take public transportation if he wants to go anywhere. It's really hard. It's tough. And I live in Colorado, another blue state, and I can't wait. I can't wait until they uncover the fraud in this state. And they're already looking at California. And I can't wait until that plastic governor over there, that he doesn't even look like a real human being. That guy's reptilian or something. He doesn't even look like a real human being. Just look at him. He looks like a mannequin. Looks like he's made out of plastic. But this is exactly the scenario that I've been talking about. I've been talking about this for decades now. Not in detail, because I could have never imagined the way it's playing out right now. And I could have never imagined that Donald Trump would one day be our president. And I remember when he first mentioned, I think this was during Obama's second run, when he was going to run for his second term, somewhere around 2012. Could have been 2012 or 2008, but I remember that Donald Trump just kind of hinted on the possibility of possibly running for president. And when I first heard that, I said to myself, if he does run, I'm voting for him, because I didn't really know much about him, but all I knew is that he was a businessman and an outsider, not a politician. And I knew that if he ever becomes president, he'll run this country like a business. And that's exactly what he's doing. But I never imagined that he would actually become the hammer that God would use to beat down Mystery Babylon the Great, to the point where this is what's happening right now, people. What's happening is Mystery Babylon the Great is being beat down to the point where the globalist powers, the wizard behind the curtain, the list is extensive, and we can't know exactly, I mean, if you reduce it down, it's Satan. Satan's at the top of the pyramid. He's the all-seeing eye on the top of the pyramid. And then all the tentacles, including the Illuminati and the Collins and the Rothschilds and the Bilderbergs and the Jesuits and all this intrigue, and all known as the deep state. They're going to be backed up to the wall and run out of options, and they're going to have to do what I call the plan option B, which is the Revelation 18 and 19 scenario. They're going to do it. And it's because they're being exposed. And they're not going to have any place to hide if this continues. And like I've said as well, this is contagious. It's contagious. And we can already see it. It's spreading now. Iran, Europe, all these different countries. And China is panicking. Russia's panicking. The Middle East is panicking. They can't let this spread, because it's going to threaten their own hold on power. They're going to have to put an end to it. They're going to have to stop it. And there's only one way that they're going to be able to do it. They're never going to be able to come back and play the American people like they did in the past. They're never going to be able to vote themselves back in here. That ship is leaving the dock as we speak. Blue states are turning red right now. Blue-haired wokies are defecting as we speak right now. It's an ideological revolution. And it's just amazing to it's amazing to see. It's amazing to see. And I pray to God that God follows through. Don't tease us. Let this be the last trump. Let this be the last trump. The rapture is coming. And I want to end this video by saying, just hold on a little bit longer. Hang on. Don't quit. Don't give up. And I'm saying this to myself as well. I don't go into a lot of detail about things that I have to face, but I've been through some things. I've been through things that stronger men than myself have quit, given up, and even quit the game completely. And you know what I'm talking about. I'm thinking about them as I speak. My friends, stronger men than myself, have quit the game completely for less than some of the things that I've had to endure and continue to endure. And we need to hold the line, hold out. The King is coming. Jesus is coming, and he's going to take us out of here. The rapture is coming. And right now, what we see happening around the world, this is our, if you're a Bible-believing, born-again, walking, breathing temple of the Holy Ghost, your name is written in heaven, your citizenship is in heaven. If you are part of the church, this is our wake-up call. This is our alarm. What's happening right now in the world? This is our alarm. Eyes up, eye in the sky, and tell as many people as you can. Spread the word. There are many people that aren't yet saved. And I know that this has been the mission since the beginning. But the Bible does say, over in Hebrews chapter 10, so much the more as ye see the day approaching. So it is legitimate. It's a legit statement to say, as you see the day approaching, as we are alerted to the soon departure, the soon extraction of the church, all the saved people, it's legitimate to say that we should be stepping up our witness game, which not only includes verbally telling other people, but doctoring up our personal lives so that our testimonies, our lives back what we say. We have to walk the walk if we're going to talk the talk. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, help my channel to grow. My channel's kind of at a stalemate right now. I need more subscribers. Please help. Thank you, and God bless.